Hello, my friends, and welcome to our phonics lesson for today. We're going to be continuing our unit on word collecting and collecting words. And since you are now a part of kind of a word collector club, we did do a reading club earlier on. Now we're kind of a part of a word collector club as well because a lot of you have been collecting great words and really building your vocabulary. So since you're now a part of that word collecting club and you're noticing and celebrating the words that you learn and celebrating the words that other people use, such as the adults in your home when you interviewed them, right? Authors from some of the books that we've read so far. So now I thought it would make sense for you to kind of think about the words that you use in your own writing. So our phonics lesson today is kind of going to go hand in hand with writing as well. Okay, so I wanted to give you to give you one tip. So writers, when they're working and they're writing, they like to use the exactly right and precisely true word. Okay, so let me give you an example. So if I um, started walking across the classroom, but I wasn't really walking. I was kind of like stomping my feet like this. Okay, would you say the word, or in your sentence, would you say Mr. Pegalo walked across the room? Probably not, right? Because I didn't really walk. I was kind of stomping. So you might say in the sentence, Mr. Pegalo stomped across the floor, right? Another good example is, let's say I were to say, we are studying new words. Would you say that Mr. Pegalo said that we're studying new words, or would you say Mr. Pegalo announced that we are studying new words? Announced is kind of more precise, right? It's more correct because I didn't just say it. I didn't just use a regular voice like I am with you right now, right? I kind of shouted it and I kind of made it really loud so that everybody could hear, right? So that would be considered announcing, right? Really projecting my voice so that everybody could hear. Okay, so I didn't just walk across the room, I stomped across the room. I didn't just say we were studying new words, I announced that we were studying new words. Okay, so that's going to be kind of your assignment for today. So first thing that you're going to do is you are going to, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I have to pull it up here maybe. There we go. Okay. So our assignment for today, the first thing you're going to do, it says, how could you say these words differently? Write a better word for each. So in this column, it says instead of, and then there's some words here. And then on this column, it says, let's use blank. Okay. So for an example, instead of walked, let's use stomped, right? So you can write stomped, or you can think of another word that would be better for walked, right? Instead of saying said, maybe we write announced, right? Like kind of like the example that I gave you from before. Okay? Spoke, instead of saying spoke, what else could we use? What other word, what more precise and accurate word could we use for the word spoke? Okay? And then lastly, jumped. What's another word that we can use for jumped? Maybe you're going to say hopped, right? Maybe you can say leaped, right? Those are all other really good words for the word jumped. A little bit more precise, a little bit more accurate, and they're also a little bit more interesting, right? So that's what I want you to do first today. I want you to open up this document in Google Docs, and I want you to think of other words that we could use instead of these words over here. Okay? Then what you're going to do is when you are writing today, anytime you see yourself using a plain or vague word, which means, plain or just kind of like not interesting, or it may not be as precise as another word that you could use. Okay, so when you're writing today, if you notice yourself using those type of words like walked or said or spoke or jumped, right? Think of a more precise word, a more interesting word that you can use to replace that word, okay? So again, what I want you to do is I want you to go and do that Google Doc, okay? Think of some creative words for those other words that are already listed on there, and then when you are doing your writing assignment for today, again, if you see yourself using vague words, plain words, if you notice that, I could probably think of a better word than the word that I'm using right now, I want you to do that in your writing today. Okay, so we're going to be collecting words, we're going to be learning new words, we're going to be thinking about more interesting words that we can use in place of some very plain and vague words. Okay, so that is our phonics lesson for today. I can't wait to see the new words that you think of for those words that I gave you on that Google Doc. And I also can't wait to see your writing today. And I'm really interested to see if you use some really creative and interesting words in place of some other kind of more plain and vague words, okay? So good luck with both of those things. And again, can't wait to see what you guys write. And have a great day, everybody. Thanks.